if we really get to a point, and I don't think it's going to be far from now, where we're all connected with real-time translation in real time, somehow or another. I mean, they've already been able to do it with Google. You know, they're already doing it with Samsung phones, where they can translate conversations. You could be talking in Italian, I could be talking in English. It'll translate back and forth to both of us. It's wild what they're already able to do. If we can get to some sort of, I mean, it's not out of the question that if they do develop these neural implants, and there's not just Neuralink, there's several competing companies that are trying to do the same thing, because they recognize that once you can actually affect the human mind with electronics, and you can develop this symbiotic relationship with electronics, you can do some wild shit. And one of the things is you're going to be able to talk without words. You're going to be able to if you're talking without words, what language is that in? Are you hearing that in a language, or are you understanding what the person's thinking? So this is the difference. If you're talking without words, the problem is, how are we going to be able to translate all these different languages and dialects? We're not. We're going to go on thoughts. We're going to ditch language. Yeah. And we're going to go straight to thoughts. And we're going to interface with each other in a completely different way. So instead of thinking, you're reading people's minds, hey, Duncan, would you like to go get pizza? Yeah, dude, are you reading my mind? No. Yeah. Instead of that, it's like, I think your thoughts. Yeah. You think my thoughts. We think together. Yeah. So we abandon language. Yeah. There's no more need for that.
That's it.
You have AI that deals with mathematical problems. Yeah. And structures and construction of things. And then we just live in a world of thoughts with no language.
We're one thing now.
And then we're fucked, because then you can't go back. You go back, you feel like you're just like walking when you just got out of a car. Yes. Like, what the fuck, dude? I just drove. It took me 2 hours to get to Vegas in this car. If I walk, it's going to take years.
Dude.
I might die.
This is why I think world peace is possible, because if you fucking look at what's happening, the system, it's like the framework is being built for just what you're talking about. The technological framework for a state, you to get into that state, you either need to do a lot of psychedelics or a lot of meditation to really realize, like, you're me, I'm you. Yeah. But the technological framework is forming for this thing to happen, which is why, man, like, everyone fucking, I'm going to seem like a Musk fanboy in a Tesla suit. Everyone bashing fucking Musk. It's like, dude, do you understand, like, what that in the future, when people look back on that shit, even if it doesn't work, even if the things are coming unplugged, whatever the fucking thing is, if that leads to what you're talking about, god damn, that's electricity. That's like the end of war. That's the end of, like, the ideological barrier. Like, imagine, like, whoever you hate the most in the fucking world, boop, put the thing on, you connect to them. This isn't real.
It all goes away.
And you just realize, Jesus fucking Christ, I see why they fucking hate me. And they're like, oh my God, I get why you're mad at me. I didn't mean it like that at all. And then, boom.
Well, how about you just completely abandon everything, and it's just consciousness interacting with other consciousness, which makes hate impossible. Yeah. Because there's no more annoying language. There's no more people that are incapable of communicating their thoughts. There's none of that stuff. There's all that gone. All that gone, which is like, that's the problem of being like a communication bully. Like, if you're a person and you know that you have a vastly superior, if you have a vocabulary like an Eric Weinstein, like, for instance, like, imagine if Eric Weinstein decided to bully someone, you know, like fucking Red Band. You know, who's a brilliant guy.
Brilliant.
But, you know, sometimes he, like, stumbles on his words. Like, and if fucking Eric Weinstein's yelling at him with a bunch of long words, you go, hey, that guy's being an intellectual bully. Yeah. Right? You're not trying to communicate with him as a human being. You're trying to dominate him with your superior vocabulary.
Exactly.
And it's a weapon. You and, you know, my vocabulary is like B+. It's not that good. It's pretty good. But for a guy who talks for a living, it probably should be better. You know? Because sometimes I get to words and I'm like, is that the right word? But I always say it. I'm not sure if that's the right word. But the point is that, like, it is a tool that you can wield for the benefit of your ego, rather than just having a conversation. And those are the grossest conversations, when someone's just jizzing on you. Well, I started a business, I sold it at $2 billion, and now I'm like, bro, I gotta go. Yeah, you know those kind of people.
Absolutely,
like, that's what that is. That's they're abusing communication in order to just. But if we get to a point where that never happens ever again, because instantly We just think thoughts.
That's it.
And you realize, like, why people's thoughts are all fucked up. Like, oh my God, the chemicals in your brain, the cortisol. What did your uncle do? What did your fucking neighbor do? What happened to you that got you so crazy? When did your dad get out of jail? What did he do before he went to jail? Like, oh my God. Like,
dude,
so many people, dude.
If that happened by some unknown fucking thing, like that's what the
That would be
aliens
it.
did.
That would be it.
But it would be like 2 days of crying.
Yeah.
Like for
Or
dude,
hugging.
Both. The whole planet would just be like, oh fuck.
The thing is, man, the really fucked up thing is that's possible. It's, you know, I've had moments where dudes where I hated them and they hated me, and then we got together and we talked and we hugged, and those are beautiful moments. And that's why I refuse to have feuds now.
Yeah.
As an older man who understands things, like I don't care. Like I don't care. You can not like me. That's fine. That's okay. I'm not gonna attack you. I don't care.
Dude.